example after another, one bad policy failure after another, one broken part of the world after another because of what they have done. And then he laid out a solution-based program on how he would do things differently, from immigration to vetting refugees to security to identifying radical Islam and on and on. To me, that seems to be the paradigm that he ought to take for the rest of the campaign on every issue. Forget everybody else, identify the problem and the mistakes, and offer solutions.
Well, I agree with you about that for the campaign, but I don't want to just jump past the speech. For the first time in the 37 years since the Iranians illegally seized American hostages, in the 15 years since Al-Qaeda killed Americans on 9/11, for the very first time, you've had a President of the United States get up and tell the truth, that there is a system of radical Islamism.
A candidate, yeah.
That, you know, and he did just a remarkable job, in my judgment, of identifying the enemy, describing accurately how big the problem is. And this, in some ways, is the most important foreign policy speech since Ronald Reagan, in that it really does set the stage for a debate for the American people about what's threatening us, what should we do about it. And I think the contrast between what he did, what Donald Trump did, and where Hillary Clinton is, couldn't be clearer. This is a Grand Canyon-wide chasm of two totally different worldviews.
Yeah, you think about it, I mean, this is the JV team, as Barack Obama said. Hillary started the negotiations with the Iranians and Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. They got $150 billion, then they got $400 million for hostages as a ransom payment. We don't have a strategy yet, the president once said. He said they're contained. He said ISIS does not pose an existential threat to us, which is wrong too. We don't have that strategy quite yet, and he goes on and on. He's been wrong every step of the way, Mr. Speaker, on every...
I mean, you're right. He's been wrong and Hillary's been wrong. But I want to go back to Donald Trump just for a second. All of his critics have said, give us a clear roadmap of where you would go. Now he took what may be the most important national security threat of the next decade. He outlined what the threat is. He outlined why we have failed. He outlined how important it is. And he began to lay the base for a very